I don't know if anybody can relate to what I'm talking about, but like when you're on the come up and you're struggling financially and you're like, I don't get why this isn't working. You don't get why it's not working. But the number one reason it's not working is because you don't understand what wealth is. You don't understand the purpose of money. And when you start to realize some of those things, you don't understand the difference between cash flow and cash accumulation and cash perpetuation. Like you don't understand these concepts. You just think, well, money is the stuff you get when you go to work and you trade some of your time, right? And what you do with it is you pay bills, or what you do with it is you pay bills on time and you create good credit. And so my objective is to give you a totally different perspective, because if you have a totally different perspective, then maybe you'll shift your focus to a totally different purpose when it comes to money. Does that make sense? And so when I think of like the concept in my book on how to build a strong financial house. You have it built on the foundation of truth, because truth is the foundation of everything, right? And then up here you have your asset protection. And then you have your 4 windows. And you have your door with your doorknob, of course. Okay, and so you have, this one is your income window. And on your income window, like most people get their income from their job, right? And so when people think of money, they think number one, job. And what they do is they trade some of this for some of this, and then they trade this for the stuff that they desire to have for their car, their insurance, and their food, and whatever, their clothes, and whatever else. They trade this for this, and then this for everything else in their life. Okay, cool. And so because everything costs money, they emphasize the money, because everything costs money. And so they think, well, if I can just accumulate more money. And so people obsess, because people obsess in America, but in the world, over accumulating money. And they think that cash accumulation is the primary objective of cash. But I submit to you that it's not. So people who are wealthy understand that cash accumulation is not the primary purpose of wealth. I'm going to get into that in a minute. So what happens is this is your what I call your IPA window. This is your WRL window, and this is your outgo window. So most people, poor people, their cash comes in. This is what happens with poor people. Their money comes into their house, and then it goes out the outgo window in the form of bills. Because poor people think the primary purpose of this is to pay for this. Oops. Is to pay bills, right? So poor people, they hyper obsess on bills, and they hyper obsess on income so that they can pay those bills. Because if they don't pay their bills, they're going to get phone calls they don't want to receive. Like they're going to lose things that they desire to have. And so like you may be able to relate to this, maybe not, but you're like, okay, do I pay my water bill this month or my electric bill this month? And maybe none of you have ever been there, but I've been there. That's where I used to live at the end of, am I going to pay my water bill this month or my electric bill this month street, right? And so, okay, are we going to pay the car insurance, or are we going to pay our gas bill? Like, and when I say gas, I'm talking about gas for the house, right? So it's like when you hyper focus on bills, your focus on this is what makes you poor. It's like thinking that this is the primary purpose of money is what makes you poor, right? Now, middle class people, what they do is they pay their bills on time so they can maintain good credit. So they use debt. And WRL stands for wealth reducing liabilities. So they take some of their money, they borrow money, and then they pay their debts. And so their money comes in through their job, and then it comes down through the debt window, and then through the outgo window, and then out in the form of bills again. But this is the primary window focus of the middle class people, right? And what a lot of people do is they say, well, if I could just make this window bigger, if I could just get more income for the amount of time that I work, if I get paid a higher dollar an hour. So I was making $15 an hour. So now if I can make $35 an hour, my life is going to get better. Well, it is going to get incrementally better, but it's not going to get exponentially better, right? Or if I can make $50 an hour, or $75 an hour, or $100 an hour. And most people who are making $25 an hour right now, they think, man, if I could make $100 an hour, I'd be in the catbird seat for the rest of my life. Catbird seat, Texas colloquialism, very good spot. Okay, so rich people understand that this is the window that makes you wealthy. income producing assets. You take some of your money, you take some of your time, and you put it in here. This is where we put that. And when we do this, when you take some of your money and some of your time and put it in here, in the beginning, it produces nothing. And this is why most people never do it. Because when you first start, it's like you can't really ever start making a lot of money until you learn how to stop working for money. And that doesn't mean you stop working, you quit your job because you stop working for money. It means you work on things that don't pay you in the beginning. Because a part of wealth creation, a big part of wealth creation, is delayed gratification. You have to put off things you desire to do now, and you have to sacrifice some of the things you want to do now on the altar of things you want to do in the future. What most people do is they do the exact opposite. They sacrifice the long term on the short term, on the altar of the short term, when making your life better in any arena. You sacrifice the short term on the altar of the long term. It doesn't matter if you want to learn a new skill. It doesn't matter if you want to acquire wealth. It doesn't matter if you want to develop a new physical experience of life, like you want to have more energy and have more health and vitality in your body. It doesn't matter. It always goes down to the same thing. Valuing the long term over the short term. Why? Because eternity is more real than time. Because spirituality.
Woo! What's going on, family? Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. This is episode number 122. Excuse me, 222. I got to change that. My bad, y'all. I got the wrong number on my thing, man. Look, when you start just going into like episode after episode, sometimes it get a little confusing. You know what I'm saying? So my bad, my bad. Let me go over here and let me change that up real quick. Let me see if I can edit that up real quick. Let me see if I can chop and screw it up real quick. And if not, I'll change it later on. But this is episode 222, not episode 122. Put some respect on my name. All right, put some respect on my name. I think I'm kind of getting a little like, I'm forgetting what episodes we be on these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I know is we done did a lot of them. All I know is when I tell somebody I got 200 plus episodes of a podcast, they immediately say, let me subscribe. All I know is when I tell somebody that I got 200 plus episodes of podcast, they say, dog, you've been consistent. How long have you been doing this? Right? So that just lets me know that I'm in a league of my own right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a whole new league. I'm in a whole new level right now because there's a lot of people who start podcasts and life happens and they stop. And when you stop that momentum, it's hard to gain it back. Has anybody ever stopped their momentum before? I've done it a lot of times. Has anybody ever stopped their momentum? Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, hell, I want my camera quality to be just like $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for my camera quality to be like $1 million worth of game. And I got a great camera. I'm being real with y'all. My camera is one of the top cameras that you could find in Best Buy and Target. But it still, to me, doesn't look like $1 million worth of game. But if I'm going to give y'all $1 million worth of game. If I allowed that to stop me, I wouldn't be creating a podcast that would be giving out millions of dollars worth of game. I wouldn't create a podcast that would eventually make me $1 million for putting people onto $1 million worth of game. This is for real, y'all. What you're learning here is trillions of dollars, quadrillions of dollars worth of game. This is not a joke. Today's call will be like all the other calls, y'all. Absolutely breathtaking, impacting. You know what I'm saying? Impact over income. That's what I really believe in, y'all. And I'm really excited to get this thing rolling. I want to shout out everybody on YouTube right now. Thank y'all so much. Yo, let's go. I want to show y'all what just came through YouTube right now. Check this out, y'all. I want to shout out Peaches. Hey, John Jackson, can you come up real quick? I want to number one shout out John Jackson, but I also want to shout out Peaches. And John Jackson, if y'all don't know, I told y'all I have started to actually build a team of leadership, people within the coffee and crypto community that can help get this message out and help impact other people's lives. Can we all say good morning to Peaches on YouTube? If you're here on Zoom, can you go over to the YouTube channel real quick and just say good morning, Peaches? Because when people come with this type of energy, I got to make sure we shout it out, because I need y'all to understand that it is not often that you get someone on YouTube that's willing to say, hey, shout out to this person for telling me to be here. So I want to shout out Peaches and say good morning to Peaches. She said, thanks to John Jackson for the invite. And she gave me a cup of coffee this morning. Let's go, baby. She knew exactly what time it was. So, John, I wanted to say thank you, bro. I want to give you your flowers. I know you unmuted right now. I just wanted to go ahead and give you the ability to say whatever you wanted to say on the call, because, bro, I appreciate you for sharing this out, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a pleasure, man. This is a really great podcast. It's a growing podcast. It's information that you can't get nowhere else. Verified research. I mean, Vincent Noah stands behind his product. You hear me? He really stands behind his product. That's what I support. That's what I love. So I definitely enjoy inviting other like-minded individuals who want to change their situation and grow and move forward in this lifetime. And right now, it's a time to be alive. And right now, we have to take action. Right now, the opportunity is right in front of us. So, just to be a part of this group, just to be in your circle, man, it's amazing. We're growing here at Coffee and Crypto. The network is blowing up everywhere. Once again, you guys are really in a great space right now, and there's no other podcast like this one. When Vince Noah gives out the game, you got to take notes, because I promise you won't get it nowhere else. I promise you won't get the value nowhere else. This is a life-changing moment. So, take advantage of the opportunity, sit and enjoy the show. Once again, welcome, Peaches. Glad that you had a chance to tune in and sit back and, enjoy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. And I appreciate everybody going over. I appreciate y'all taking the time to just join me over on YouTube real quick and blow it up one time. You feel me? Because this is what we do. This is the biggest morning show in the world. Family, I'm telling y'all right now, if they gave Jesse Jackson and Roland Martin, if they gave them guys right there, if they gave Roland Martin, and if they gave Jesse Jackson, and if they gave anybody else a podcast, they're going to give Vincent Owens a podcast. I will be on Channel 2, Fox 5, CNBC. Somebody will discover me. And it's happening right now in this very moment. I promise you. God is working his big one for 2025. God is working his big one on my life for 2025. And I just want to go ahead and speak that the same way my brother Jason Global spoke everything over our lives last night on the Crypto Nerds call. If y'all missed the Wednesday call last night, I woke up to our brand new member. I want to go ahead and shout her out as well, Ray. You know what I'm saying? She live on the call right now, live, direct, in full effect. You know she ready to get to that check, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing. We're making a big impact. And like, guys, what we said before, right now, this moment, it's all on purpose. This moment, we are not taking no casualties. We're not taking no casualties. I'm gonna tell you something. If you're gonna lay down, stay down in 2025. The Crypto Nerds, we've done everything we could do to lift people up to the point where it is that we're going. And now we're running with the people that's running with us. I want to say thank y'all so much. Thank you, John. Thank you, Global. Thank you, Anointed. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Alonzo, Brian, Crawbilly, Daniel, Gloria, Jimmy, John, Lakimo, my boy Mo. Congratulations, Mo. We got a new baby nerd in the building. Hey, can we just say congratulations, Mo? Hey, this might be a show of just gratitude today, y'all. This might be a show of gratitude. I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling very grateful this morning. All right, I got a lot of value to show today. I'm about to give y'all a bunch of value, but I need y'all to stay patient, because right now, I want to say shout out to Lavana. Shout out to Maria Cunningham. Shout out to Marion. Hey, can we put up some prayer hands for Marion? We still praying for you, sis. All right. Shout out to Rainey. Okay. One of my mom's best friends. Plug in every week. Shout out to my boy Ram. Shout out to Miss Sandra Weeks, who got plugged in to our program, and now she gonna be tapping the trade. Okay, all on purpose. Shout out to She's Anointed, because without She's Anointed and Cato, my boy Anointed will be over there going crazy. But they hold him down. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Valeria. Shout out to Victor Brown. And shout out to the little bro Zattrick. You all already know what time it is, man. It's time for us to dive into this bullish content. And I need y'all to light me up this morning, because I'm on a whole new level right now. I'm on a whole new paradigm. And I'm not letting nobody low energy hold me back. Right now, it's our time. Right now, it is our moment. And we not taking no casualties. Let's go. It's movie time. And I got a big movie for y'all. I need y'all to go and share this link out to every single person you like, love, and respect. And let's go ahead and put some respect on this show's name. We going into this new year with a whole new energy. And guess what? The new year starts right now. Like I say every episode, if you ain't started 2025 by now, 2025 ain't gonna start on you. If you ain't started 2025, that blessing that you want in 2025, it cannot start on you if you don't start on it right now. Proper preparation prevents a piss poor performance. Let's get it. So with that being said, I'm going to calm down a little bit. My bad. I'm going to calm down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to calm down a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. Now, the very first thing that I got to share with y'all, okay, good morning. But the very first thing I got to share with y'all, okay, is CoinMarketCap. And I want you guys to be able to see, okay, what I want you all to be able to see is that right now, market sentiment is telling us to buy. Now, before I talk about that, the Coffee and Crypto is not we do not offer investment advice on this show. Okay. I got to give y'all the disclaimer. Look, I don't even have a written down disclaimer. I don't care. Okay. I just I don't need to write down a disclaimer. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what it is. Like I say on every episode, this is not financial advice. Okay. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Any investments and opportunities that you hear on this show, you want to make sure you go and do your own research and do your own diligence, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't go and buy a house without a due diligence period. So don't go buy no crypto without the same policies and procedures in your life. Have a due diligence period, okay? But move with diligence. Move with the swiftness. Success loves speed. So do not take what I say on this call, go invest into it. And then if you do not have the success that you thought you would have, don't turn around and be like it was Vincent's fault, because I'm going to turn around and be like, it was your fault, nigga. It wasn't my fault, excuse my language, but it was your fault. And I done had to do a couple people this way. So I'm just letting y'all know straight up right now, I don't play that. So don't try to play with me, okay? Don't try to play with me. Do your own research, okay? But if you trust me, follow what I'm telling you, because I will never in my life steer y'all in the wrong way on purpose. Hey, that's my gangster disclaimer, okay? That's my gangster disclaimer. Can't nobody hire me nor fire me, so I can say what I want these days, right? Look, can't nobody hire me or fire me, because we're making thousands of dollars a day from our cell phones. Thousands of dollars a day from our cell phones. When you're making that type of money, can't nobody hire you, no fire you. I'm going to tell you what they do. They hate on you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have haters. That's what Myron Golden told me last night before bed. He said, if you ain't got no haters, you just not doing nothing. You're not putting your message out there. So understand right now, market sentiment for crypto is at a 34 fear level. And we all know the saying, buy the fear, sell the greed. Anytime that there's fear in the market, you best to believe VO is buying crypto, stocks, real estate, whatever it is, I'm buying it in the fear market, because there's no other greater time to buy in the markets than buying the fear. Okay, so I just want to show you guys kind of where we are right now in the crypto markets. Everything is still consolidating, as we can see here on our chart. I'm going to go ahead and go out and zoom out to the daily just so you all can see. I showed you all that we had this bullish flag pattern, which is a continuation pattern, which could potentially mean that this market continues to go up. However, I do believe that we still have a little bit of a pullback left in the crypto market. Hell, we haven't even hit the $1.816 trillion market yet. And as y'all can see, there's a daily wick that is pretty significant on this particular, within this particular zone. So I know that we're at least looking for the market to come down to 1.816, but we could definitely see it come on down to 1.693. My levels for where I believe the market will come back to, okay, before we see the next bull run, because you got to remember the same way, okay, let's go back to the sentiment. The same way, y'all, who remembers when market sentiment was sitting over here at like a 90, when we was in extreme greed? Anybody remember when we was extreme greed? Now we're in fear. Family, we got to go to extreme fear before we ever go back to extreme greed. It's called market cycles. It's just the way that the cookie crumbles. So the thing I want to let y'all know is this. Extreme fear in the crypto market is the market coming all the way back down here to $1.239 trillion. And if you don't believe it's going to happen, just watch. Just like Trinidad James said, if you don't believe me, just watch. Nigga, don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Nigga, don't believe me, just watch. Hey, don't believe me, just watch. Hey, all right? Now, let me show y'all a paper trade that I see. Anointed to be very proud of me. I've been in the crypto nerds, I've been in the crypto nerds education, going crazy for a little bit. And y'all already know, shout out to Kato for getting on. Kato would be proud of me. You know what I'm saying? She came in right on time. So let me show y'all real quick what I see. I'm going to show y'all what VOC. Shout out to all the nerds popping in right now. Let me show y'all what VOC is on the market right now, okay? This is what I see. Okay, let me show you what I see. So if I were to put, okay, I want to go right up here. If I were to take a little box and I were to draw my box. Now, nerds, what do we call this trade when we draw the box, all right, from sky to earth? What do we call that, y'all? Can anybody drop it in the chat box? Okay, so we got some nerds in the building. That's called paper, okay? Now, let me show y'all where the paper resides, all right? VO been trading for a little bit, okay? I want to just flex and show off my little talents real quick on my call, okay? Let me do that real quick. And when you get your call, you can do that too. You know what I'm saying? But until then, you got to listen to me, all right? Now, let me show you what's going on. Let me show y'all what's going on. Let me do how Noit do. Let me zoom in real quick. That's what Noit do, right? All right, cool. So we had a little breakout right here, right? That's our little breakout right there. And we had a retest, the retest. I gave you a lot of retests right here, right? And then the market went ahead and went up. Now I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all what's interesting. I'm going to show y'all something that's interesting. Now, we saw the retest over here. This was a very modest retest. And to be real with you, you had to be a pretty good trader to be able to look at this and catch this on the daily, the 4-hour, whatever the case may be, okay? But right now we're looking at it on the daily, okay? I'm going to stay on the daily. I know that we don't take trades on the daily, but I'm not looking to take trades right now, okay? What I want to show y'all is this. Since November of last year, which we are going into another election in November, so don't be surprised, okay? We have not seen this market come back and retest the $1.239 trillion market. Drop a 7 if y'all following my drift here. Okay, we have not seen the market come back and retest in a major way the $1.239 trillion market. So I need y'all to realize that the market, this is a law. That law, right? That's law. The law states that the market must come back and retest. So we have a retesting area, $1.239 trillion. So if I were y'all, I would have this marked up on my calendar on the total crypto market cap so that when we do reach this zone, this will let y'all know that every single cryptocurrency out there, this would be a great price for you to signal a buy. This is not financial advice. This is what Vincent Owens is going to do. Okay. This is what Vincent Owens is going to do. Okay. I'm not telling you to do it, but this is what Vincent Owens is looking for. And this is what I'm going to do. All right. I just wanted to give y'all a little TA this morning. Okay. Before we really get out here and play. So with that being said, I'm going to play this quick video right here so we can go ahead and get this stuff rolling before I lose y'all as an audience, because I know some of y'all's attention span is as small as a piece of sand. That boy flowing this morning. I said some of y'all attention span is as small as a little piece of sand. So let me go ahead and stay on demand and stay on the plan. All right, let's get it.
For £10, what is the price of Bitcoin? Bitcoin. You know Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency?
0.47.
Ladies, quick question. For £10, what is the price of Bitcoin right now? No idea. What is the price of Bitcoin?
What is the price of Bitcoin? What is that? What the price is for one Bitcoin?
Yeah.
0?
For £10, what is the price of Bitcoin right now?
Maybe.
No. You have to tell me what the price is of Bitcoin. You know Bitcoin? You don't know. For £10, what is the price of Bitcoin right now?
I have no idea.
You want to guess?
I don't know, 2,000 or 200.
Well, if I said 60,000.
60,000.
Sometimes you go to crypto in the biggest bubble. I forget, I forget. And then you go to people and you ask them how much Bitcoin is and they say 0.02 and it's like, I wish. For £10, what is...
We are in the biggest bubble, y'all. You can go anywhere in the world and ask people the same question and you will get similar answers, because not many people even know what the price of the #1 digital asset in the world is. Isn't that crazy? Now, this was an old article that was published back December 5th of 2000. I got a question for y'all. What were you doing December 5th of 2000? I was born in 1992. So I was about 8 years old. Okay. I was about 8 years old. Okay. Still wet behind my ears, as the old men like to say. Still wet behind my ears. Okay. Okay. Where was you at December 5th of 2000? Okay. Now, the internet, this is what it said. The internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. Wow. The internet that we're talking on right now through Zoom, www. And I'm not talking about Wisdom with Wheezy. I'm talking about the World Wide Web. Internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. Wow. Wow. So people gave up on the internet too. Ain't that crazy? Now, I want to play this quick video because y'all know everything's on purpose on this show. Everything's on purpose with the crypto nerds. Everything's on purpose with what we do here. Everything is on purpose. And so this video was on purpose. Right after that, I need y'all to sit back for these 2 minutes, because I promise you, what you are about to learn, and already know a lot of you, is the reason why we're here. And if you're brand new to this show, this is the reason why you want to stay. Pay attention.
Reduction when they actually trade with one another.
Wow. Let me jump in here too. We talk about time of these things. I've often heard people say, well, when's it going to happen? As if we've been waiting a lifetime. There's a very good historical analogy. In 2000, we had something called the dot-com crash, and Time magazine ran an article referring to an e-commerce site called pets.com, and they called it pets.bomb, and mocked the whole notion of e-commerce. The fact of the matter is, e-commerce really started coming in the late 1990s, and it did in fact crash in 2000. The time of pets.com's crash, there was about 350 million users worldwide of e-commerce. The truth is, though, that pets.com did not fail because people didn't want to buy pet supplies online. It failed because they didn't want to do it using dial-up modems. They didn't want to do it having to put their credit card information into some dodgy website. And they didn't want to wait 3 weeks for the pet supplies to arrive. It took the build out of 4G technology. It took the build out of PayPal. It took the build out of AWS delivery and same day delivery services for e-commerce to become a reality. By 2010, that 350 million users of e-commerce became 2 billion.
Wow.
And by 2020, as we're going into the COVID lockdown, it was close to 5 billion. Today, it's about 7 billion people today using e-commerce. So looking back.
All right, 7 billion people using e-commerce. I don't know if those numbers are true, but let's look at the world population. All right, world population, 7.951 billion people as of 2022. And right now, if we go to Worldometer, we're at 8 billion people. 7 billion today. So we're only off 1 billion. And those are the people that don't have access. Why do you think they're building the infrastructure? Because everybody's going to have access. Pay attention.
It all seems logical. We all use e-commerce now. But 20 years ago, people were questioning its very premise. Infrastructure takes time to build. The concept is often sold ahead of the infrastructure build.
Wow.
But we're
listen.
time to build. The concept is often sold ahead of the infrastructure to build. The concept is often sold ahead of the infrastructure build out. What we're talking about here with Canton is infrastructure that's ready to go and be built on today. And you're going to see this happen. The direction is set, but sometimes it does take a little bit of time.
Infrastructure takes time to set up. The idea of it sells much faster than it takes to set up. We are selling the idea. I am like, listen, I show up here to influence the idea. The idea comes first. How the hell, like, listen, y'all, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. You want to know? Look at this right here. Look at this right here, y'all. Rolling tray. It was an idea first. Somebody said, man, I'm tired of rolling up on dollars and tables. Let me create a tray that's specific for rolling. Okay, grinder. Somebody said, I'm tired of breaking my weed down by hand. Let's grind it up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody said, man, I'm tired of getting my hand burnt, reaching in the oven. Let me pull it out, okay? Infrastructure takes time. That's my lesson for today, okay? Infrastructure takes a little time.
I could argue in the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations. That's something that most people never talked about. You know, we always used to think shrinking population is a cause for negative growth. But in my conversations with the leadership of these large developed countries that have xenophobic immigration policies, they don't allow anybody to come in, shrinking unemployment, shrinking demographics. These countries will rapidly develop robotics and AI and technology. And if the promise, I didn't say it's going to happen, but if the promise of all that transforms productivity, which most of us think it will, we'll be able to elevate the standard of living of countries, the standard of living of individuals, even with shrinking populations. And so the paradigm of negative population growth is going to be changing. And the social problems that one will have in substituting humans for machines is going to be far easier in those countries that have declining populations. And so for those countries that have rising populations, the answer will be education, and so rapidly develop. You know, for those countries that do not have a foundation of rule of law or education, they're going to be left. That's where the divide's going to get more more extreme. And unfortunately,
All right. So
I get
we are moving into some unprecedented times, y'all. And most of the stuff that I have to share with y'all for this episode has a lot to do with the changing world order, as Ray Dalio calls it in his book, The Changing World Order. Christians call it the New World Order, right? I'm sure Buddhists call it something else, but everybody has a word for it. There is a change, a shift, a flip of the switch that's happening. And this is the Industrial Revolution, the fourth Industrial Revolution. And BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, he is leading the way alongside the World Economic Forum, okay? And they are making it easier for machines to substitute humans. If you think you are irreplaceable, as Beyonce said, think again. Think again. That's all I want to tell you. Don't let these little songs, okay, get you messed up, okay? You must not know about me, okay? You must not know about me. Y'all know the lyrics. Now, let's continue to push forward. I'm just showing right now what I'm doing is I'm just showing a variety of different videos that are interesting to show you all what's happening from different leaders from around the world so that you can't be like, oh, it's just one person saying this. No. It's the whole elite. It's all the elitists around the world are saying and pushing for the same agenda. Imagine if all of us, right? All of us on this call right now stuck together, showed up to everything we did the same way that they show up. They don't miss Davos. They don't miss World Economic Forum meetings. So why do we miss our own Davos? I believe coffee and crypto is like, we have our own Davos here. We have our own World Economic Forum here. This is our own round table here. So you should never miss this, ever. Ever. Let's get it.
Really affecting wealth transfers during these crises at a time when, they're supposedly developing or helping develop policy meant to bail out Main Street. They end up sort of affecting massive bailouts for Wall Streets. And of course, the people that BlackRock are trying to generate profits for ultimately. And the other thing that I'm really concerned about as it relates to, a coming economic crisis is that I think we're going to see a major effort to saddle American consumers with programmable, surveillable money and seizable money. And so, of course, a lot of people for years now have been very concerned about central bank digital currencies or CBDCs. But there are also things issued by the private sector, like stable coins, for example, that are just as programmable and surveillable and seizable as CBDCs are. So I think it's very likely in the event of a major debt crisis or some sort of crisis that damages significantly regular Americans' purchasing power, there will be an effort to onboard Americans onto one of those two versions of programmable, surveillable money. So it's possible, if Kamala wins, we could see a CBDC or something like that. But in the case of Trump, he's sort of come out in favor of stable coins. He did that recently at his speech at the Bitcoin conference earlier this year. And, stable coins are just as programmable and surveillable and seizable as CBDCs in theory are. And I think those, as people have rightly pointed out, are a threat to our financial privacy and ultimately our financial freedom. So I think people should be focusing not just on CBDCs, but also, these other digital currencies that have the potential to offer those same, Orwellian functionalities to the people, issuing them and producing them.
Now, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but she was very and this is Whitney Webb. Who is Whitney Webb? So y'all can see. Whitney Webb is a contributing editor to a publishing company, author of One Nation Under Blackmail. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of followers, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of people in this space follow her, so she, I don't really know who this lady is. However, that was a pretty contributing, to me. As an investor in crypto, a lot of people say, man, So I'm investing into this type of thing that's happening right now, and then it becomes a morality thing, right? And I completely understand. And here's where my morals lie, and I want to be very, very honest, okay? Very honest, okay? This is how I believe, okay? And I'm gonna let y'all in on my mind a little bit, and this may turn some people off, which I don't care, and this may turn some people on, which I don't care. Okay, I really don't care either way. This is my own thoughts, okay? Here's my thoughts. My thoughts is this: if you can't beat them, join them. Anybody ever heard that saying before? Anybody ever heard that saying before? If you can't beat them, join them. There's not one way I am going to allow for these elites to continue to invest into this and I don't get a piece of the pie. See, the thing about it is this: when you got a piece of the pie, you can decide what you want to do with your piece of the pie, right? They decide they have their agendas. And then guess what? You have people like us who will get a lot of money too from this same space, and we will go out and have our own agendas, which will be more of impacting the world, more of feeding 1 billion people. I have that on my vision board: feed 1 billion people. I got the idea from Tony Robbins, okay? His idea is to feed 1 billion people. I'm right behind him. We're gonna feed 1 billion, and now that's 2 billion. Anybody else want to help me feed 1 billion people? Is there anybody else that, wouldn't mind taking a little portion of this crypto and reinvesting it back into the world so we can feed 1 billion people? We can help people around the world. That's my idea. That's what I would like to do. Okay? That's what Vincent would like to do. Okay? But I'll never be able to do that if I sit around and worry about them using this software. Crypto and blockchain, these companies are software companies. They can be used for good. They can be used for evil. Okay? You choose which one you want to use them for. I don't fault elites, the elites. I don't fault nobody for doing what it is they do. That's on them and their God. Okay? That's on that. Only thing I focus on is what I'm doing, okay? Because that is the most important part. So although we don't have control over programmability and the controllability of CBDs and stable coins, we have control in investing into this technology so that, because guess what? If you got $100 million and you got $100,000, your voice can be heard a lot more with 100 million. Your message, your ideas can be heard a lot more with 100 million than it could with 100,000. Always keep that in mind. This is the reason why I invest in the crypto. Okay, it's because I know it's already happening, and there's no beating. There's no defeating this. It's too far down the process. If we were going to try to defeat this as a people, we should have been trying in the 30s, 40s, and 50s of the 1900s. We should have been trying, before they brought us over here on ship, from Africa to this continent. Okay, we should have did a lot back then. So right now we are a long way from there. So the best thing we can do is focus on making our lives the best that we possibly can. That's me. That's the way I feel about it. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue to invest into this space because we can clearly see where it's going. With that being said, let's keep going.
The US thinks that it has the right to say which countries other countries trade with. And now, to come to the BRICS, the point is that the BRICS are going to make a non-dollar payment system. I've been involved in many discussions with these experts because this is one of my areas of expertise, is how payment systems and monetary systems work. There will be non-dollar payment systems at a much larger rate in the coming years. Already, Russia-India trade, for example, which the US tries to stop, is booming without, of course, any role of the dollar whatsoever. And this will become a general proposition. It's going to accelerate. The US will feel it because right now, the US has what President de Gaulle of France now 60 years ago called America's exorbitant privilege, which is that because everybody uses the dollars, the US gets to issue dollar credits without too much consequence. But if other countries aren't using dollars, we're going to have to tighten our belts, balance our budgets, do all those things Americans hate and Congress people hate even more, which is actually have a budget that makes sense.
All righty. A lot of stuff is happening in this country. We have not even scratched the scratch of the surface of what's to come, and it already feels bad. Does anybody feel like we're in the worst times right now, like the hardest times of your life, like really tough times right now? I mean, maybe it's because I'm only 31 and I just became an adult, and you know what I'm saying? Like not too long ago, and man, this stuff is really tough. Like, you know, sometimes I sit in my car and I just cry because life is hard. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't mind being transparent. Sometimes I just sit in my car sad because I'm still waiting on crypto and I don't have a 9-to-5 job. And, you know, I have a master's degree in public health and I think I'm all great. And then I go and apply and then I get a denial from Ripple or I get a denial from HBAR because I don't have any banking experience. Then I say, okay, I don't have no banking experience. So then I go over here and try to apply. I'm just being transparent with y'all. I'm just giving y'all the real. I don't care what you think about it. I really don't. This is my life. Okay. This is real stuff. This is what Vincent goes through. All right. Sometimes it gets a little tough. Okay. So to think that we're not even in the worst parts right now. All right. And people are dealing with so many emotional trials and tribulations right now and mental trials and tribulations right now. And we haven't even gotten into it. And a lot of these people that's worse off than us, like literally because we have personal development, we've been practicing this stuff for a while. We have other ways to make money outside of a 9-to-5 by just tapping trades on our phone, by using rock, paper, scissors. We are blessed, y'all. And if we're still crying in our car and suffering from this economy, could you imagine what other people are going through? And then those people don't have any assets. All they have is liabilities. And guess what? Lord. Liability. I want to break that word down in my mind right now. Liability. They told you that when you went and you got a house, I'm talking about a single family home. They told you that you was going to have the ability to build equity. They lied. They told you that you was going to have the ability to, be able to, do all types of stuff. The American dream, right? They said that the ability to live the American dream, all of that was a lie. See, liabilities. You know what I mean? Like they've been lying. That's why it's called liabilities. You go out here and you buy yourself a car, and the car, as soon as you drive it off the freaking lot, it rolls 365 degrees around on one wheel. It loses value. Soon as you sign your name on it, roll it off the lot, it loses value. But it's called a liability for a reason. It's a bunch of lies. You better get you some assets. Now spell that out. Spell that out. You better get you some assets. Okay? You better assets. What do we do on that? What do we do on our behinds? We set. You better put your money and set it down. The same way you do your ASS. You see what I'm saying? It's called assets for a reason. I'm just making stuff up now, y'all. You better get you some. Hey, y'all don't know if that's Noit or Kato. Hey, y'all remember Ass Coin though? Hey, y'all remember Ass Coin? Who remember Ass Coin? Drop a ASS in the chat box if y'all remember Ass Coin. Hey, anybody remember Ass Coin? Hey, we made some money on that too. Hey, look, Victor Brown said the same thing. Someone made some money. Hey, we was making hella money on ass coin, bro. Hey, man, for real, y'all, for real. Hey, it's all funny till it becomes real, y'all. It's all funny till you make a withdrawal, right? It's all funny till you make a withdrawal. I'm gonna just say that. It's all funny till you make a withdrawal. All right, cool. Anyway, all right, we got a couple minutes left, y'all. Let's get through this show. All right. Ripple will soon add Ethereum compatible smart contracts to the XRP ledger. There's a lot of people talking junk about this right now. People are like, well, why would they add Ethereum compatible smart contract? You know, why are they adding the EVM side chain to XRP ledger? You know, isn't XRP trying to overtake and overthrow Ethereum? They're not trying to, they're going to do it. It's not even a trying effort for Ripple. It's just going to happen, right? Because you got to understand that infrastructure takes time, right? Infrastructure takes. Hey, people dropping the ass emojis on YouTube right now. My dad dropped the ass emojis. That is hilarious, y'all. Yo, I didn't even know they had. Yo, and he dropped the donkey. He dropped donkey emojis. Yo, I'm crying right now, man. Yo, this is crazy, y'all. This is so funny. This is so funny, y'all. All right. All right, here we go, y'all. So I gotta show y'all this real quick because y'all my friends. I gotta show y'all this real quick because y'all my friends. All right. So check this out. I'm gonna show y'all why Ripple is adding, okay, this Ethereum compatible smart contracts capabilities to the XRP ledger. I don't know who Kendra Hill is. This is the second time I've heard this name. I've tried to look Kendra Hill up. I've tried to figure out who this is, and I still can't figure it out. But whoever Kendra Hill is, and I believe it's a code name for somebody, but very, very intelligent. Pay attention to this. The cross-border payment lie. If you were to do research on Ripple and XRP, you would come to the conclusion that the goal is to replace SWIFT as the world's leading cross-border payment provider. What if I was to say that Ripple does not care about cross-border payments and replacing the SWIFT is only a short-term plan? In the digital age, you are able to connect with anyone around the world in seconds. For this reason, using one digital currency would be ideal. Not only is one currency all that is needed, it would be more efficient if we were to all use single currency. So what would happen to a cross-border payment provider when the world is using a single digital currency that can be sent from wallet to wallet? The cross-border payment provider is no longer needed. I assume this is all very simple to understand. Yes, the purpose of this blog post is to help you understand. If Ripple was only focused on cross-border payments and nothing else, their success would be short-lived. They knew this before XRP ever existed. Think of cross-border payments as a nice testing ground to prepare Ripple for the use case they have been focused on since the very beginning. The true intentions of Ripple are to handle 100% of the transactions which will take place in the derivatives market. So why do they not make this public knowledge? For multiple reasons. The most important one being that they are not ready. They are missing a piece to the puzzle, and that piece is called Codius. Codius. All right. Now, I'm not going to dive deep into Codius. Okay. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to go to the website. Okay. The International Swaps and Derivatives Association, which is the largest associations for derivatives in the world. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to find a little search bar and I'm just going to type Ripple. Okay. I'm just going to type Ripple and see what pops up. Okay. Look at this right here, y'all. Okay. Pay attention. Now look at this. April 16th, 2024, when I type Ripple, it says, in Japan's asset bubble was growing fast. Talks about bubbles, okay? But, all right, let's go right here, and I want y'all to see what's going on. Ripple Labs, Inc. Company details, category, digital assets, a digital asset. Through blockchain technology, Ripple enables global institutions, businesses, governments, and developers to move, manage, and tokenize value, helping to unlock greater opportunity, enabling the world to move value like it moves information. Ripple's mission is to build breakthrough crypto solutions for a world without economic borders. So if I click on that right there, as you can see, Ripple is the only blockchain company that is certified with the International Swaps and Derivatives Association. So why did Ripple connect the Ethereum compatible smart contracts feature? Because they are the chosen one. Ripple is the chosen one. The XRP ledger is the chosen ledger. And it's like Lord of the Rings. You know, there wasn't just one ring, but there was one ring to rule them all. Yes, sir. And what Schmeagle called it, baby? What Schmeagle called it, baby? Hold on, wait, y'all. I got y'all. What did Schmeagle call it, baby? I need y'all to drop this in the chat box right here. Wait, what did Schmeagle call it? Don't worry. Uh-huh. 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 The precious, y'all. This the precious, y'all. This the precious. Ripple is the precious. They did it once and they'll do it again. Hold on, let me show y'all what I'm gonna show y'all what the what we looking like right here. This is the SEC. This is Gary Gensler. Let me show y'all Gary Gensler. Hold on 1 second. I got you. Ah! You feel me? We are holding it. This is the precious. This is what they didn't want us to have. The precious. The precious. They tried to hold it back on us, y'all. And guess what? We own some of that precious. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and get, wrap this up real quick, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on here clowning today. I'm having a good time on the show. Today gonna be a good day. The sun is out. I can see it. I can see it from the window. Okay. I can see it from the window. The sun is out. It's gonna be a beautiful day for us all. Okay. But guess what? You hold the precious.
In a land graced by nature's abundance, the rightful ownership of Colombia's fertile territories has been long obscured by a persistent challenge. Across the globe, land registry systems are anchored in paper-based processes. This traditional approach breeds inefficiencies, risks of data loss, and a lack of transparency, often paving the way for malpractice and corruption. In Colombia, these issues are magnified. The nation's history of conflict has frequently forced its people to relocate, making reliable land ownership records not just a matter of property, but of identity and livelihood. But change has arrived. Through a collaboration between Ripple, the Colombian government, and Persist comes XRP Stamp, a robust data notarization platform that harnesses the power of XRPL blockchain.
I don't know if y'all heard what they just said. Listen.
Persist comes XRP Stamp, a robust data notarization platform.
A data notarization platform. Do y'all know what a notary is? That means notaries are about to be put out of business.
That harnesses the power of XRPL blockchain, a decentralized secure haven for information. With this innovative solution, the Agencia Nacional de Tierras safeguards land registry titles securely on the XRPL blockchain. Now, for the first time in history, Colombian citizens can ensure their land ownership across time. Imagine the ease and security for citizens. With just their phone, they can instantly verify their land ownership. Each certificate is QR enabled, offering a digital gateway to validate authenticity in real time. Gone are the days of paper-based uncertainty. XRP Stamp transitions land registry to digital copies securely stored on the blockchain. Immutable, persistent, and reliable. No more uncertainty. No more displacement. XRP stamp empowers Colombian society by securing their roots for generations to come.
All right, so this is a blockchain case study that's happening right now, the Columbia Land Registry, and it's being ran through PeerSys, okay? Coding the future of blockchain. PeerSys is focused on CBDCs. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what PeerSys is focused on. They're focused on core blockchain developments. That's why you have this XRP Ledger sidechain case study that's happening right now. You have central bank digital currencies with the Banco de la República Colombia with their CBDC being built on Ripple's ledger, okay? Digital payments and wallets with a CBDC wallet, okay? You have your CBDC wallet, which will be built on PeerSys. Asset tokenization, which is happening, which also we just looked at with the Columbia Land Registry. They are doing case studies right now for all of this stuff. And even private networks. Do y'all see Papa John's right here? Loyalty rewards from Papa John's, all these different things, right? Like right now, it doesn't make sense because we're building the infrastructure. Infrastructure takes time. That's all I got to say. That's all I wanted to do, guys. I want to say thank you all so much. And before we get up out of here, I got one last video to play on these last 2 minutes, and then we'll do Q&A. And then I got to get ready to launch some people. I got to meet up with Miss Weeks after this call and a couple other people. You know, if you have joined our team over this past week, please make sure you reach out to me. I'm going to reach out to you as well. And let's make sure that you got everything funded and all of that stuff. But with that being said, I'm gonna play this last video because it was really dope. And we're gonna get up out of here.
Let's take a look at this magazine cover. This is from 1988, The Economist. Get ready for a world currency. The magazine cover shows a phoenix bird rising from the ashes of burning American money. At the center of the page, a bronze coin engraved with the words 10 Phoenix 2018 shines bright. The cover advertises the magazine's leading story, in which the author suggests a single unified currency could ease international financial woes. The article's author, anonymous behind an editorial team alias, envisages a modern world connected like never before. Instead of the yen or dollar or rupee, the Phoenix coin would dominate. There would be no need for expensive international currency transfers or cumbersome money wires. Everyone would be using the same coin, the Phoenix coin. Check this out. I want you to take note of this logo, okay? When the movie Interstellar rolled out, the same logo was on the front cover of this movie. Now, what a lot of people don't know is this is the same logo for Stellar, or XLM, which is a cryptocurrency. So think about this for a second. In the second movie cover, Interstellar, they have Stellar highlighted right here. So what do you think they're trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Take another look. Maybe it's just a coincidence.
Whee! Yes, sir. And that's how you end an amazing podcast call. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to, the 200 and whatever episode. Filming we outside, 221, 222 episodes in, man. You know what I mean? This is what we do. We came live and direct and in full effect in the day. We got you to your check, babe. I want to open up the line for anybody that has one thing you like, learned, or loved from the day. Craw Billy went first, so you know what time it is. And before I call up Craw Billy, I want to let y'all know that the Rich Off Crypto Challenge is back, baby. We are going live with the Rich Off Crypto Challenge, okay? It will be the first week of October. So I missed the first week of September. Cool. We took 1 month off, but in October, I will be releasing pre-sale tickets. The Rich Off Crypto Challenge is the all-inclusive challenge that you need to go from A to pay in cryptocurrency. And we're about to start doing the Rich Off Crypto Challenge live. The Rich Off Crypto Challenge live. I'm following everything Myron Golden's doing. I am following that man, and he does his challenges live, and he does them over Zoom. So family, we are about to really start impacting a lot of lives as we've been doing, but we're gonna keep on going, y'all. What up, Brennan? My boy Brennan. What? My boy Brennan. Hey, hey, when my boy Brennan from New York. So you know what I mean? This is how I imagine he's staying. He'd be like this. This like this, you feel me? This how New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? When I first met Noit, this how Noit, when I say, yo, Noit, how you doing? I'm Vincent, bro. I gotta know you. He said, you know what I mean? That's that East Coast right there. You know what I mean? So hey, shout out to my boy Brennan. All right, and Noit too. But let me ask my boy Billy to unmute right quick.
Morning.
Morning, Billy.
Concept are created before in infrastructure. I learned that today. Yeah, kind of. You know, that makes a lot of sense. Uh, you got to bring it. Well, first you got to think it, then you got to put it together, then you got to tell somebody else about it. It takes two, right? Two or three to figure. It's not just one. You can't do it by yourself. Kind of can't take two or three, and then you got to do it, and then put it together. It's the combination of all that to make it. And then you got to figure out how to tell somebody. How do you share it? How do you promote it? It makes great sense. I didn't know that. I didn't put it together like that until I heard it on here. How you just put it. I mean, it was like the way the video said it. It made a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense you're listening to Myron. It makes a lot of sense if you're listening to the nerds. It makes sense if you're putting it together because you're with a team of people who are helping bring it and explain it and provide it and point the way. Direction, that's a good word. Direction. We're directing people. I mean, and you're right. You said something a couple of podcasts ago, the old cliche about a horse and making it drink. We were looking for people who want direction. And a lot of people just don't want direction.
Right.
I've had good times. I've had bad times. I've had good days and bad days. I've had unusual mornings, but I'm listening to Myron because of the nerds. I'm trading because of the nerds. I'm listening to you because of the nerds. I'm listening. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen a lot come and go, and and I'm steadfast. I'm here, continue my education with you. Um, I mean, that's what it is direction. You're directing me. You said last night you're going to go home and put the podcast together for today. I mean, you're looking for directions. You have a vision, and this is kind of free, right? I mean, you're free today to me. I have to be mm,
It's not.
ambitious.
I want to say this,
Ambitious.
Billy. Can I say this? It's not free. You pay, and I learned this from Myron yesterday. Anointed. You
Attention.
pay attention. The price
That's
is
right.
attention. That's what you pay.
That's right. You pay attention. That's right. But you have to pay. You have to want that. You have to want the direction to be directed. You have to keep showing up if you want. It's not like you just get it one time. It ain't like going to Kmart and buying something. This is like learning and educating. So that's what. And there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. But if you just keep showing up, you just keep growing up. It just seems like you learn about it. Bitcoin went to 50,000 last night. Boom, 50,000. Yeah, did you know 50,000? It went down to like 50,000, 51, something like that. I woke up, I was in distress, like a damsel in distress. Damn, Billy, you're in distress again because, you know, um, I wasn't following enough direction. But it's okay. It's gonna be okay, Vince. Um, but I'm gonna keep showing up because I got some more growing up to do, and I'm gonna keep coming to these calls. And whatever you're talking about, Vince, Anoint, and Cato, whatever you're talking about, Wheezy, Ronley, whatever you're talking about, I'm listening to you. So Sometimes it takes a little bit more listening than when you're 62. But all you gazillion nerds that are out there, listen up. It's time. I have so many people say, "What are you talking about?" Like that Bitcoin thing, the Bitcoin price. Nobody knows what the hell it is, much less how much it is and what it does. It's going to be so far behind when it comes available. It's going to be so much to do. I mean, we are leaders in this group. We are leaders in this group. I'm one day gonna give direction, and I'm looking for people to follow, just like you. I want to be just like you. I want to be just like Noah, just like Cato. Man, patience. This is the most patient group I've ever seen. You got old white people. You got young black people. You got Hispanics. You got people
He
all
say
over
lit.
the.
He say lit young black people. Yeah.
It's like you just we are all learning from each other and teaching each other. We're all looking for that direction. Thank you, Vince.
Love that. No, I love that, Billy. Thank you so much. Hey, Billy's so raw. You feel me? Like, look, Billy's so raw. Like, it don't matter what y'all say. Like, Billy is raw and uncut. Billy, you need your own podcast for real, bro. You are raw and uncut. Like for real, y'all. Like, Billy say whatever the hell he want to say, and because he can't be hired nor fired these days either. And we appreciate you. Yeah. You already know, Billy. Billy ain't been able to be hired nor fired in a lot of years. Y'all, while y'all playing with Billy been doing this for years. Let me ask my brother. I believe John might have. I don't know if he turned his camera on to say something.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We see you driving, man. We see you driving, but my boy still working.
Man, come on. I've been listening. Listen, I'm finna tell you right now. Look. I tried to tell you so. Listen, I've been at it since really 6 o'clock yesterday. Somebody asked you in the crypto nerds group to re-upload the videos of Cato. And so, I missed a little bit yesterday, and I had a chance to go back in and go over some things with Cato. And then, the bomb came around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. The bomb came in around 9:30 last night Eastern Standard Time. So I stayed up, right? I stayed up. My boy Noit came in. Cato delivered, as she always does. Okay. Weezy showed out. Okay. I stayed up all the way to 1 in the morning. And guess what, VO?
What?
I came right on into work, and I've been trucking all night. Jeez. And I still made the show. So what I'm saying is, people don't want to miss. Like we down south, we used to hear people in New York, New Jersey, they don't sleep. Well, Atlanta, they're working on trying to turn Atlanta into New York. So we don't sleep either. We don't want to miss nothing. Okay? Tell you how the South works. The South works by relationships and connections. When VO plugged me in with the crypto nerds, I said, okay. I said, I know VO a homework king. But when he plugged me in with Cato and Noit, and I was wondering, I said, who is this Noit guy? He always mentioned Noit. Who is this Noit guy? I got to get to meet this guy. When I tell you the enormous value that I received within this last week, going on 2, you can't tell me nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I'm not worried about nothing at all. I only fear 2 things. That's God and not utilizing my resources. Besides that, I ain't worried about nothing. You can't hide nor fire me. I make my own bed, I can lie in it. So I'm here to tell you people, you do not want to miss this value. Vincent gave you an impeccable show today, full of value. Some of this stuff you never even knew. Okay, go do your research. Like you said, this is advice. Go do your research. Stay tuned in, stay plugged in. Do what you can. Give time to better yourself. In order to get to the next level, you have to find it within yourself. Can nobody go out here and put a heart into you? You got to want it bad, and you got to want it better than ever. I can't come over here and try and instill this and instill that into you. You got to want it bad yourself. know, if you next level, you gotta want to add yourself. And I'm showing you, I'm a prime example. I'm out here shifting gears right now. I ain't been asleep. I've been, I told you, since 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock yesterday evening. And I'm still out here grinding. And I ain't making no excuses. I'm just getting it done. You gotta want it. And that's my message to my people. Take advantage of what you have in front of you. Because we got time. We got time. But we ain't got a lot of time. And that's it.
Hey, and that's true. You know what I mean? And that's true. Because, hey, I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all see John right there. But look, if y'all was standing next to John, y'all be, hey, yeah, some of y'all be scared, man. John is a big guy. You know what I mean? So when John did that right there, you know he mean business. You know what I mean? When we out and we lit, I was telling Noit, like John Noit said, John getting one of the nerd it's gonna say nerd security. You know what I mean? Like we gonna have security shirts for the nerds. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have nerds kids. You know what I'm saying? We got the kids shirts for the nerds. You know, when we go on these family retreats, because we're gonna be so rich as a collective, that people gotta know, just like Floyd Mayweather, that they can't mess with us either. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got big bros. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for John. I'm grateful for everybody. Listen, I got 2 minutes before I got to be on another call. I want to say thank y'all so much for being the best part of Coffee and Crypto. I'm looking forward to seeing all of y'all on tonight's call on Billy Talk with the Crypto Nerds. Make sure y'all are on Billy Talk tonight. And if you don't know the time, make sure you guys plug into the chat. All times are dropped in the chat. Make sure you guys plug in all calls. And then guess what? And then on Sunday, on Sunday, we have the main event, which is the main trading call. Nobody wants to miss that. Make sure y'all are there to make this money. I will see y'all at the top, not from the top, because the bottom's definitely getting way too crowded with 8 billion people in the world. Peace and blessings.